Hi, I'm Gina Cian. Welcome to my studio. I am a landscape and nature painter, and today I'd like to look at camellias. It's Thanksgiving time, November, and here in Alabama, I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. We moved here about 8 years ago, and one of the beautiful plants that I've seen is the camellia. It's actually the state flower of Alabama, and it blooms around this time. So it's one of the ones that really survived through the winter, and we have some in our backyard, and I just love the blooms that they have. So let's try to paint it. We're gonna go small today, a little 5x7 using soft pastels, my favorite medium. Join me. One of the fun things to do with soft pastels is blending, especially if you don't mind getting your fingers dirty. This is probably one of the reasons why I love soft pastels. Depending on the surface, so be careful not to do this in all surfaces. If it is a sanded surface, it could cut your fingers, which has happened to me. The velvet, Canson Velvet, is very smooth, so is pastel matte. That would be totally okay to do that. Do not do this on UArt of 400 or less, or maybe 500 or less. Definitely do not do it on the Lux Archival. That one cut my finger. You could use like a foam or pipe insulation something, or even the soft tools for pastel matte, or sorry, for pan pastels, but I actually really love my fingers to do this. So just trying to make a soft background. One of the challenges of working with soft pastels is you need to have a stick for the color that you want. It's very hard to create a new color by just blending them. See, you almost need to buy every shade possible. You can make an optical illusion when you are layering them to depict a certain color, but it's not like oil paint where you can easily produce just the right temperature and value based on the colors that you're mixing. So the mixing really happens optically as you layer them to each other, but I actually don't necessarily aim for exact color match in my works. I come close as long as the colors are harmonious next to each other and give the feeling of what I'm trying to do. I'm happy with it. But that is just one thing to look out for, and the challenge of having to buy a variety of pastel sticks. That is partly part of the fun though, is collecting all of these pastels. One of the fun things I like using with the soft pastels are acrylic inks, and as well as the high flow of golden. So for the greens and the stems, I might try some sap green, golden, high flow acrylic, or maybe some of these FW acrylic inks that come in fantastic darker shades. We'll see how it goes. The Canson Velvet takes wet medium very well. It dries nicely, and I can just layer pastels over it too. So let's take a look. Well, that was a fun project for tonight. I enjoyed playing with these colors and making some loose marks to imitate these petals. I hope you get the chance to see one of these beautiful blooms in person. See you next time.